Good afternoon. My name is Anita Döhler. I'm the CEO of the Next Generation Mobile Networks Alliance, and it's a great honor and pleasure for me to speak at today's EuCNC and 6G Summit at the Sustainability Panel. Please let me quickly recap who we are and what we do as NGMN. We are an operator-driven alliance with more than 80 companies in NGMN today, and we are growing, and our partnership reflects the entire value chain. Since beginning of 2021, we focus on three main pillars, and I'm mentioning them also because they are building on each other. So mastering the route to disaggregation is the first one. It includes cloudification and network automation as topics. The second one is green future networks, so the topic of today's panel. And naturally, as the Next Generation Mobile Networks Alliance, we already started back in 2020 to work on 6G. So we published, so our first publication was the operator view on drivers and vision for 6G. And that was published beginning of 2021. After this, the entire NGMN partnership, so all companies in NGMN, were invited and collaborated on the use cases and the first analysis of the use cases. Naturally, it is early stage. It was published beginning of this year, and right now the project focuses on end-to-end system requirements. We have 44 companies participating in our 6G project, and we invite additional companies to join us. So when it comes to the 6G drivers and vision, we came up with three main drivers. So first of all, 6G has to contribute to societal and environmental benefits, and this includes the objectives as formulated by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The second big driver is it has to deliver and contribute to expanded and differentiated services with novel experience. So 6G has to truly differentiate from the full implemented 5G. And last but absolutely not least, the third driver are operational necessities for creating and delivering enhanced value. And in essence, all the three drivers are related to environmental impact, because it is about to ensure a cost and energy efficient delivery of heterogeneous services that have extremely diverse requirements under the stringent constraints of energy consumption and carbon emission limits, and towards achieving the goals of sustainability and carbon neutrality. In support of artificial intelligence by design, to develop an energy and cost-efficient structure that is highly scalable, flexible, and portable, allowing the distribution of complexities, a certain abstraction level, the development of digital twin representatives, and embedded intelligence. And it is also about to identify appropriate artificial intelligence frameworks with the objective of supporting the value creation and delivery, the resource allocation optimization, and sustainable deployment and operation, among others. So going forward, the project collected in total almost 50 use cases and clustered them into 4 main families with assigned 14 generic use cases in total. And not surprisingly, we have enhanced human communication, enhanced machine communication, and enabling services there, but also network evolution. And energy efficiency is part of the network evolution. So the project further provided an analysis of the use cases against all identified drivers, but I will focus here for the sake of time on sustainability and environmental impact. And when it comes to sustainability and environmental impact, it is a bit complex because as 5G we expect 6G to contribute to the reduction of environmental impact by other industries and by our users. So that's the so-called scope 4 impact. And at the same time, 6G by itself most likely will have a negative impact on the environment, because we know that we expect a significant increase in connections and in data traffic. So what is important is to come up with a methodology, or with several methodologies, but harmonized methodologies, how to assess a net impact of 6G use cases. And this leads me to what our Green Future Networks did and does with regards to analysis and developments and recommendations. Again, I will focus only on a few of the topics here for the sake of time. Energy consumption is the biggest contributor to a network's carbon footprint, and it can be reduced by increasing and improving the network energy efficiency, and in addition by increasing the use of renewable energy, either by self-production or by purchasing certificates of origin. And it's correct and good that we focus on network energy efficiency. But it's not the only topic we have to focus on as an industry, because we also need to focus on the eco-design improvement of network equipment. And we need to assess a service's end-to-end footprint by looking at the value chain downstream and upstream, actually. And here it starts to be relatively complex, because it is not something we as an industry can do by ourselves. It is something where we need to collaborate not only within our industry, but also with other industries to come up with meaningful, harmonized and common methodologies of assessing services end-to-end footprint. And it will also help us to identify additional levers to reduce the environmental footprint of services. So we have a number of recommendations derived from the project's results in the last year. Here are listed a few of them. Of course, I invite all of you to read the publications, and most important, to also implement and execute those recommendations in reality. And we do not stop, so we continue to focus on network energy efficiency with a phase 2, for instance, where we also look on the energy efficiency of disaggregated networks. And we continue to work on topics like reducing methods, developing and identifying methods, providing recommendations to the industry with regards to reducing environmental impact in general. We work on supply chains, circular economy criteria, and last but not least on KPIs for measuring and benchmarking green networks. And we have 34 companies working in our Green Future Networks project right now. Of course, also here, we invite interested companies and parties to join us. And I would like to conclude that we will have green networks as a main theme also at our industry conference and exhibition, which will take place this year, beginning of September in Paris. And I hope we will have a very good discussion in the panel. Thank you very much.